What's going on, y'all? H-Stock here, going to be talking about this story that broke yesterday of a teacher that got caught having an inappropriate relationship with a student. Now, academics did report this story, and it came from the Daily Mail, where it says Oklahoma middle school teacher 28 is charged with sending naked photos and video to student who was 16 after telling him she heard rumors that he liked her. Now, I know people probably thinking he's 16, what the fuck he doing in a middle school, but apparently this is one of the middle schools where it's kind of like interconnected, so there's that. An Oklahoma middle school teacher faces felony charges over claims she sexted a 16-year-old boy after telling him she'd heard he liked her. Ivy Renault is charged with using technology to engage in communication for sexual prurient interest with a minor, and the warrant is out for her arrest. New court documents filed in Oklahoma County District Court revealed that Renault met the teen, who was a student in the district, at a soccer practice. Renault was an assistant soccer coach at the time, heard rumors that he liked her, and wanted to watch her run. KFOR reported, citing court documents. Renault allegedly then added the teen on Snapchat and sent him 3 or 4 nude photos and an inappropriate video to teammates, according to court records. Social media expert Patrick Allman told KFOR that social media users should assume any photos they send might as well be posted to a billboard for all to see. Despite the notion that with Snapchat, the images theoretically disappear after a short time. Now, we all unfortunately know that stuff like this happens all the time regarding students having inappropriate relationships with a teacher. Like, I'd probably say the odds of you seeing this on a weekly basis is probably like 1 in 6. It's happened when we was in high school, it's happened when our parents was in high school, and even before then. And it's one of the things that unfortunately can still go on to this day. I've seen a lot of people in the comments trying to say, oh, well, why did he snitch? Why did he say anything? Well, you gotta understand, he's 16. And when you're 16, you get somebody like that, you are going to run and tell everybody. You're going to run and tell your friends. You're going to run and tell everybody. But we live in a social media era where when we was in high school, social media was really at its infancy stages. It wasn't at the precipice where it is now, where we are in the middle of a social media renaissance, where everything is on social media, everything is seen by everyone. And you got the usual weirdos that's always in the comments saying, oh, well, it should have been me. Why did he keep his mouth shut? Damn, I wish I had her as a teacher. Or even the weirdest ones like, damn, didn't he enjoy it? But if you're a grown adult, like in my age group, and you're, I say roughly 20, not even 24, but like 24 and older, and you have that type of mindset, then I kind of gotta look at you kind of weird. Because if you're a grown adult thinking like, damn, you know, he should have kept his mouth shut, all that shit, then I consider you to be a capital P. And the wildest thing about all this is these teachers that do this always end up being the ones that are allegedly happily married, but they end up, you know, dressing a particular type of way to get attention from, you know, boys at high school. Like, fellas, I gotta say, if you are married to a high school, middle school teacher, you need to keep your eyes on her. Not saying that she would do anything, but you need to watch how she gets ready for work. If she's getting ready for work and she's wearing something that looks rather sexy going to work at a high school full of horny kids. And this is one of the things that could seem innocent, that when you're in high school you don't really think much about it, but when you become an adult many years down the line and you look back on high school, and you always think about either something that almost happened to you, could have happened to you, or did happen to you. And when you're in that, when you're thinking about that, it could really, you know, potentially fuck someone up. Like, we've seen and heard instances and stories of people who would do this in high school, where the kid would end up growing up and end up becoming a self-deleting crackhead. Basically a butterfly effect, something that seems innocent, but then something that becomes a big problem down the line. Case in point, a couple years ago, this pro Smash player by the name of Senpai, she was exposed for grooming a kid that was like 13, 14 at the time. And when he came out about it, told his story, his experience with Senpai, the older he got, he tried to self-delete. And it's situations like that when you may not think of it as really much of nothing back then when you're a kid, but when you grow up and you think about that, it could fuck somebody up for real. Hell, I can remember back when I was 13, I can remember first day of school, I'm going around asking for directions, and there was this one teacher. She was kind of acting, I guess you could say, a bit weird, where she was kind of like looking at me, smiling, playing with her hair, sizing me up, like looking me up and down, shit like that. And there's some type of things you don't really notice until you get older and you think about that shit. Because at the time, I didn't really think much about it. But when I remember thinking back on that, I could recall when how she was looking like she was low-key flirting with me. And I was just simply asking for directions to get to a freaking class. And it's like I said, it's one of the things I didn't think about back then when I was that young. But when I got older and I kind of, you know, started thinking about reminiscing about high school and thinking about that, it's like, yo, that was crazy. That was a crazy time. And it's shit like that that always happened on campus, that still happens in every high school, everywhere. And this is how you can tell that these high school teachers that, you know, did this shit or do this shit, they were 304s when they were in high school. But with that being said, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And until next time, it's been H-Dog here, and I'm out. Peace.